Hi and welcome to my review of the Sandos Caracol Eco Resort. We've just come back from a 2-week stay at the resort. We stayed late May, early June 2022, and I'm just going to tell you a little bit about our stay there, the resort, how we found our rooms, the restaurants, the beach, and all of those other things that were included. It was myself, my husband, and my 2 boys who were 5 and 7 at the time who went on the holiday. So I'm really excited to tell you a bit about this really lovely, fun, vibrant resort. Okay, so I'll just quickly speak you through our room. We had a standard family room, which I would say is actually quite a basic room. It's all marble floored, fully air conditioned. As you can see, we had twin double beds. There's only one bedside cabinet. You're quite limited on furniture. The bathroom included double sinks, a toilet and a shower. There was a hairdryer in there, and there was also shampoo, shower gel in the shower, and some hand lotion by the sinks. There's plenty of wardrobe space, and in the wardrobe there was an iron and ironing board and quite a few coat hangers. You will also find your safety deposit box in the wardrobe, which we used for our passports and paperwork, always handy. There's a small dressing table in the main room and your large water bottle, which is room temperature only. We had a view over the cenote, which was really quite nice. There was a TV on the wall, and we had a very small balcony. There's not a lot of room for sitting out on there. Like I say, 2 double beds for 2 adults and 2 children, only 1 bedside cabinet. This was our mini bar, which had a variety of soft drinks and some beers. These rooms, I'm assuming, would be an upgrade, and I would consider looking at them because they had much nicer balcony space for sitting out if you're going to be using that. So now on to the restaurants. El Templo here is the teppanyaki Japanese restaurant. Really, really good food, and the chef puts on a great show. This is the only restaurant that you can book. There is a little kiosk by the sports bar where you can book this, and you can book once per 7 days of your stay. Really highly recommend. Down by the pool, there's a little snack bar where you can get hot dogs, burgers, tacos, chicken wings, just basic stuff, and it's really, really nice. There's also an ice cream machine in there for the kids. This is the smoothie bar, which is by the side of the pool. The smoothies are made while you stand and wait and are really tasty. A few times we did notice that the chefs came out and prepared food by the pool. When we tried this, it was also really, really nice. So a great option for lunch. I think it was at about 2 o'clock they done that, so a little later. I'm now showing you around the main buffet restaurant. This is breakfast time. As you can see, there's lots of fresh juices. There is also somewhere you can go up and choose your fruit to get put into a juice. You've got the grill, which is constantly making fresh omelettes, fried eggs, scrambled eggs, whatever you'd like from there, which is really, really nice. Selection of cereals, toast, bread, all of the usuals. I thought it was a really good breakfast selection. This is the lunch selection. As you can see, again, loads on offer, lots of salad. The only thing I would say is there's just a list on top of what is in these dishes. So it's sometimes hard to know which is which when it comes to sauces and things. They're not individually labelled. There is always the grill on during the lunchtime and evening and breakfast services. At lunchtime is generally a meat and fish selection. This is what I tended to go for, and they were really, really tasty. You've got your soups there, lots of things to go on, tacos. We thought the variety was really good, and we found the food quite tasty and nice. I have seen a few complaints about the food, but we had no complaints, and I do have 2 very fussy children. The pizza here was being freshly made throughout the lunch service and was really, really tasty, and then you always had your burgers and hot dogs and things for the kids, a pasta selection there, as well as loads of fruit and your ice cream machine again. So a really good variety, all kept topped up. Yeah, it was nice. We only used this a couple of times because we did tend to just go to the snack bar. Then we're on to La Toscana, which is the Italian restaurant. This one tended to have the biggest queue in the evening. You can't book the restaurants, the a la carte restaurants, unless you're an RE Royal Elite member, and then I believe you can book them. The Japanese one is the only one you can book. So we tended to find that we ate about 5:30, 6 o'clock when the restaurants opened, that we got in relatively quickly. The one there is the Mediterranean one down by the beach, which I'd recommend. That was really tasty. In fact, I'd recommend trying all of the a la carte restaurants. They were really nice and a nice change from the buffet every evening. The creme brulee at the Mediterranean restaurant is to die for, so 100% give that a go. The Brazilian restaurant, the meats were amazing. This restaurant does sitting, so you need to be there at 5:30, 7:30 or 9:30. So get there about 15 minutes before that time to get in a line, because once they're full, okay, and you can't come back till the next sitting. This is the sports bar where you'll find table tennis, pool, there's a little bar there, and there were sometimes snacks. This is the lobby area. There was some seating. This faces the main cenote, which is really nice to overlook. So heading down the main street, you'll find the spa and gym, the kids club, the shop. There's little smoking designated areas dotted around. You'll also find the theatre down here. In the evening, there's little stalls that sell candy floss and churros, wraps, things like that. They're generally $2 each, which is quite nice for a little change. There is also the board, which has the evening shows, which all start at 8 p.m, except the fire show, which is a different time, I believe. You've got the kids club activities, some of which are bookable, so go and check. The eco activities, which all need to be booked. There's a little hut opposite to book those, and outdoor activities, which are all included in your stay. My children took part in the animal keeper, which they really enjoyed. They went round and just fed the pigs and sheep and guinea pigs. My son and I done the Jade water swim, which was really nice. You got your goggles and life jacket provided, and there was a guide, and we just sort of swam down this little river in the middle of the jungle, which is a real sort of unique experience. It was a lot of fun. We all swam together in the main cenote. This was open in the morning and then again in the afternoon, and they were 30-minute sessions, so you never had to wait too long. We did try out jet skiing. If you go down to the beach and to the right, there's a hut there where you can hire out a jet ski, and that was $60 for 30 minutes, which my husband and the kids really, really enjoyed. I found 30 minutes was way long enough. This is one half of the main pool. This tended to be the quieter end of the pool. There wasn't music and entertainment down this end, whereas the other end over the bridge is where you'll find the entertainment team. There's a shallow children's pool down this end. Going round to the bar, you'll find water which is iced, often fruit infused, which you can just help yourself to at any time of day. There are no water bottles because of the Eco Resort is plastic, or cutting down on the plastic. Here is a drinks menu. The cocktails were great. I particularly liked the Blue Hawaiian, Pina Colada and Crazy Monkey. It was really, really tasty. The pool did get really busy, so if you don't get down there early and get a bed, you will find it hard to get one later in the day, but it had a really fun vibe. This was the Tortuga pool, the other pool, which is a bit more chilled out, but it is quite a bit smaller, and I'd say there was probably 30 to 40 beds around that, so again, you need to get your spot in the morning to get a place there. Going on to the water park, this was really cool. There was a kids play area and lots of big and medium slides, and the boys had a really good time on that. And over to the beach. As you probably have seen mentioned, there is a seaweed problem. It is the whole of Mexico, and they work really tirelessly, constantly clearing it up. My boys loved this beach. It is rocky, so take your water shoes, but they really enjoyed digging around in the rock pools and looking for little fish and stuff. So it is a really pretty beach. You can tell it's had a bit of a battering though. So I think it was a Sunday evening when there was kind of a bit of a Mexican festival. So the Mexican show was really good. That was a lot of fun, and all the food stalls are out. It's kind of like a market vibe, which is really good to look around. And there's lots of Mexican food out that night. So you don't necessarily need a restaurant to go to, because you can just eat on the street there. Michael Jackson's show was a real hit with the kids. They loved it. It was amazing. The fire show, they weren't as interested in, and you do have to get there early to get a seat. It's very limited on space up in the Plaza del Sol where that is. So animals on this resort is one of the main reasons we booked it, probably the main reason you've booked it. They are everywhere. It is so much fun. The monkeys are fabulous. You see them. We saw them every day. They will come and take food out of your hands, and they are so much fun to watch. You've got all of these walks around the grounds of the hotel and through the jungle, finding other cenotes and little waterfalls. The gardens are beautiful, there's flowers everywhere, and you never know what's going to pop out of the bushes. We particularly loved the little coatis, I think they're called. There was lizards and iguanas everywhere. If you do walk up to the Plaza del Sol, which is where you'll see these Mayan ruins, make sure you take a banana, because if you get a little bit of fruit out, these guys are going to be all over you, and it's so much fun to watch them. They just come out of nowhere. So yeah, pretty much that was our stay here. We had a really, really nice time. Like I say, look at those little baby quatties there. They were so cute. The food, I had seen complaints about. We really enjoyed the food. We didn't have any complaints about that at all. The main complaint we did have was the wait at check-in. The reception is very slow, and it is about, well, we had a 1 hour, 40-minute wait to get checked in, and there was only a couple of people in front of us. That would be my biggest complaint after a long journey waiting at that reception. We also found that the children's wristbands were very prone to fraying and coming off, and we did have a bit of an issue where they wanted to charge us $100 to replace one of the children's wristbands because it had come off twice. Now, if it was down to the kids, I'd say fair enough, but they do fray, so please keep an eye on them. And if you see it come off, keep hold of it, because if you've got the band, they'll replace it. But if they lose it, they're going to try and charge you for that. So yeah, that is all of the animals. Just explore the resort. It's so much fun. The boys really enjoyed it. We had some rainy days, which we spent going through the jungle, exploring, and it didn't ruin it at all. The cenotes are beautiful. The animals are beautiful. It's a really lovely setting and just a really nice, fun hotel. There wasn't any mini discos for the kids. That is one of the other things that I would point out, but they did enjoy the theatre shows, and you do need to wear a mask to go into the theatre. They're the only places you need to wear a mask, is to go into the theatre in the evening and when you're in the buffet restaurant going up to get the food. Apart from that, there's not really any COVID restrictions and everything's quite back to normal there. So I hope I wasn't speaking too fast. There's so much to get in about the hotel. The other thing that I haven't covered is you will be given towel tokens to collect your towels each day. Yeah, food, we found great. Animals, amazing. Room, basic. But yeah, a really good overall family holiday. We had a fabulous time here and we would go again.